Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about data structures in Java. Data structures is a pretty big subject area to cover, so I'll be sticking to several subtopics of the main topic, which is data structures. So for this video, I'll be talking about lists and hash maps. Both of them are really good data structures that we mainly usually use in Java programming. Let's take lists first. List is an interface in Java, so there are several implementations of that interface. Two of them are array list and linked list. Both of them are pretty similar in the way they store data, but there are several differences. Let's talk about them. First, let's take array list. Array list, as the name suggests, is almost like an array. The main difference is that array can hold only up to a specific amount of data that the programmer decide. This could be really difficult if the programmer cannot decide during the programming process how much data the data structure should hold. That could be a variable on the customer's side. The customer could store several amounts of data. There's no constant value. So in this scenario, we can use array list, where array list don't have any restrictions of amount of data that it can hold. As the user store data, the array list will dynamically resize and accommodate any amount of data that the user provide. So let's talk about several methods that we can use to work with array list. First, to add data into the array list, we use the add method. The add method stores data according to the index number of the array list. So the first value we pass will be stored in 0 index number 0. The second value is pass will be stored in the index number 1. The third value we pass will be stored in index number 2, and the process continues as long as there are data there to be stored. To access this data, we use get method. Into the get method, we have to pass the index number of the value we need to access, and it is really convenient. It is really easy to access data using this get method. Also, if we need to overwrite data into an already occupied index number, we can use set method. Into the set method, we have to pass the index number we need to change, and the new value we have to overwrite into that index number. With that, let's move on to linked list. Linked list is almost same as the array list. There's a slight difference in the way that linked list stores data. It uses technical nodes. In these nodes, we store the data we need to be stored, and the node contain or a reference to previous node and the next node. This is helpful in a scenario where we need to delete data. It is really easy to delete or insert data into an already occupied index number of the linked list. Since there are references, when you delete a node, the reference to that node is broken or deleted, and reference from the previous node to next node will be established, and the linked list continues without the deleted node. This is hard in array list because array list don't have these references. If we delete data, other data should be individually shifted back to that empty index position to complete the array list. So it is much easier and faster to use linked list in a scenario we have to delete or insert data. When inserting data into an array list, a new reference is made to that new node that is being made, and from the new node to the next node another reference is made, and the link continues. With that, let's move to hash maps. Hash maps store data as key value pairs. When we put data into an hash map, we have to pass the key to a specific value we need to store. This could be really useful if we have to store related data like a name and the ID number of that person. The manipulation of data is also easy. If we need to delete both of these data, we just have to delete the key and it automatically delete the value. So it is really easy to work with hashmap if we have to work with data which is interconnected and has a relationship, so that any processing to be done to one of these data is also automatically happen to the other. With that, we have come to the end of the video. I hope that you all learn something important, and thank you for watching.